The following is a production of the Averett Sports Network.
And welcome to the Grant Center for another great edition of the Averett Sports Network. Here we have live men's basketball action happening today. My name is Eddie Glenn. I'm joined by Corey and Burnley. And today at halftime we're going to have two very special guests join us in the name of Brent Hammer and Mark Wallstock. So until then, we're just going to go ahead and get started. Welcome to the Buffalo Wild Wings pregame show. Looking for the perfect spot to watch the big game and eat the best chicken wings in town? Head on over to Buffalo Wild Wings, located on Riverside Drive in Danville. And Corey, you have the Trophy and Science Center refresher of last week's game?
Yeah, I do, Eddie. And last week, you seen the guys. They took on William and Peace. They took on William and Peace away at William and Peace, and they just came up short last week from that game. But we seen a great scoring game from Charles Bryant as always. TJ McAllister also had another good game, the leading guard for the guys, and they just had a bad game. You know, you come out sometimes it just doesn't go as planned. So we just hopefully they get back to what they know today.
Yes, and Corey, I went to that game. As mentioned at our last home game, I went to that game. I made that trip to Raleigh, and it was a good game. It was a packed gym, so we had a lot of good noise, a lot of great audience there from both teams. But just the three-point shooting ability from the other team just gained the edge more and more and more as we got deeper into that game, and they just kept knocking down those tray balls and made it really hard for us to score. So, Corey, I have the Woodall Auto Mall keys to a Cougar victory. And I think if the Cougars want to win, we have to stop their big man. Their big man, Justin Tankelwitz, is averaging 15 points a game. And their junior guard, Adrian Moore, is averaging 21.5 points a game. So, Corey, those are big numbers, big impressive numbers from these two athletes.
And like you were talking about Adrian Moore, he's also averaging 4.2 assists. So he's definitely getting the ball to his teammates, being a great guard, being in that leader role. So let's hope he can do that today.
He is, and again, as we look, 4 out of their 5 starters are averaging in the double digits 4 points. And Adrian Moore is almost actually averaging a double-double. So we have to slow him down early, not let these guys get off to a very strong start. If we can get them slowed down early and keep it close early, we'll have a good chance of winning.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
I'm sorry, Eddie. And I see for the Cougars, they just have to stay consistent in what they do. Make sure they're hitting on all cylinders. You see Charles Bryant, you want to get him in the groove early. You want to make sure he starts off hot and can get in a groove. And you want to also let reserve players come off the bench and get in and do what they do best and come in. Like you have Jamal Ford, he gets in the game and he provides great buckets for the Cougars. So we want to make sure he's in his groove and the team is just hitting on all cylinders.
And we have to. And another player to watch out for is Jalen Burnett, the sophomore guard. He is a transfer student, but he's really come to Averett and gave us really good minutes. He's played unselfish, and he's played really smart here for the Cougars. And James Contreras, cannot forget about him, a guard that'll get to the top of the key. He'll drive in, get to the bucket, get 2 points, get a foul, and go to the charity stripe to capitalize a three-point play.
He definitely will. He's excellent in that driving to the rack and getting that contact that you want to get to the foul line. And they cash it out. They cash out at the free throw line a lot.
They really do. This is a very good free throw shooting team. And as you mentioned, reserves. Let's look at Austin DeLucia. Austin DeLucia is a very good reserve here for this Averett team. He's averaging 5 points a game, and he's an older guy. He's a junior, but he is someone Averett depends on, as well as Darren Kettner. Those two juniors that come in off the bench, give good, smart plays for Averett.
And we haven't said anything about Mo Diaby. Mo Diaby is a great rebounder. He's getting in. He's averaging 3.2 rebounds a game, which is great, getting those offensive and defensive rebounds. He helps the team out, and he makes sure that his guys keep possession of the ball.
Yes, he is. And Corey, we're gonna take a quick break, and we're gonna let the fans here watching go ahead and warm up their popcorn, feed the dogs, walk the dogs, and they'll be back to watch the game. So we're gonna take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
And we're back. I'm Jacory Burley here with Eddie Glenn, and today we have the SDR construction breakdown. All right, today the guys are taking on North Carolina Wesleyan, another divisional foe that they have to take down in order to keep a good conference run for the title. So today we just see the Cougars make sure they execute on all cylinders. They get the rebounds. They score the ball. They shoot the three, and everything will be all right. You got to get they have to get their starters ready, get them warm, and they just got to come out early hitting on all cylinders, offensively and defensively.
And Averett is 3-3 in conference play. So it's really all of these conference games are really valuable for these guys to win. They can't afford to lose another one, so they've got to win all of the remaining of their conference games if they want to have that number 1 seed and bring the tournament here to Averett, which would be crazy.
Yep. It'll be a great showing if the guys actually bring it here. Well, Eddie, we're going to take it in and get ready for the national anthem here.
Cougars of Averett University taking on the Battling Bishops of North Carolina Wesleyan College. Now, all of America, please stand and play our national anthem.
And we're back after the national anthem, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Jacory Burley once again, and Eddie Glenn. Just a little refresher here. And we see your Averett University Cougars taking on your North Carolina Wesleyan Battling Bishops. So, Eddie, what do you think's going to happen today?
Corey, I think this is going to be a high-scoring game. It's going to be a very fun game to broadcast. This game could go into the 80s, 90s. It might even tip over 100. So we're looking to have a lot of fun today, and we're looking to have a high-scoring contest. But, Corey, I'm going to bring you the starting 5. Guys. This is the Dally 7 starting lineups. I'm going to bring you North Carolina Wesleyan. North Carolina Wesleyan, we're going to go with number 1, Adrian Moore, followed by number 2, A.J. Fry. Number 3, Chris Braswell. Number 30, Justin Tankelwitz. And number 35, Robert Wilson. That's your starting 5 for the North Carolina Wesleyan Battling Bishops.
Yeah, and I'm going to bring you your Averett University Cougars. We have number 2, James Contreras starting today. T.J. McAllister, number 5. Number 11, Jalen Burnett. Number 50, Moriba Diaby. And number 35, Charles Bryant.
And Corey, Jalen Burnett has worked his way into the starting lineup through very good play. Last week he had a great game. He had a great game at William Peace. Jalen Burnett had 11 points and a career high of 5 rebounds at William Peace. He really had a great game. It was a good showing by him when I was there. The crowd went crazy, and he really enjoyed himself and got himself another start here tonight at home.
Yeah, and we see T.J. McAllister has been on fire. He had 13 points with 2 assists in Wednesday's win versus Ferrum University. And he's been cashing in and just being the leader that the guys need from that point guard role. So today he had to come out, take over the court, and run the floor, get his guy, pass the ball, and get his guys in the best position to win.
And Corey, it's a great traveling crowd for North Carolina Wesleyan. As we look all around us, there's about 50 people here for North Carolina Wesleyan, making that trip from North Carolina out here to Virginia.
Yeah.
So it's going to make for good crowd back and forth from Averett's crowd and Wesleyan's crowd, and it's going to be very exciting sitting up here, Corey.
Yeah, and it should get loud and rowdy with North Carolina and Wesleyan being right down the road in North Carolina. So it should be a good rowdy matchup.
It should be. As
let's just hope it doesn't get too rowdy out here.
Yes, sir. As the starting 10 are going to walk out onto the court, and we're going to get this game underway with the tip-off.
And we see both teams approaching the court. We see the Cougars there in their huddle getting their minds right before the game. Just a little pregame ritual they always do.
Again, look forward to Charles Bryant and James Contreras having an amazing night tonight. Look forward to Charles Bryant double-double here tonight.
Yeah, and we see here we're getting ready for tip-off. And T.J. McAllister, I just always have to admire his swag on the court. He always has on those white tights with the good shoes on. He's always color coordinated with the jerseys. So he always does a good job with that. And we see Charles Bryant here tonight with the white tights on too. I have to acknowledge it. I have to acknowledge it every time. I have to.
As they say, you look good, you play good. So
yeah,
hopefully they play good tonight. So we have James Contreras with the ball here for Averett. He lays it off to the side to Jalen Burnett. Down low to Charles Bryant in the post. As he misses, he collects his own rebound. He's going to drive in, looking for the foul. He gets one.
And that was just great hustle by Charles. He missed the shot, and he followed through. He didn't get lackadaisical early off. He's starting off strong. He wants to win. You can tell.
And he is playing fast early, not needing a warm-up possession.
And you can just, I'm sorry, Eddie. You can just see that dog in his eyes. He comes out every day, warm up. He's not a big talker. He's just going to come out and give you 30, 40 points basically and just ball out on you. So he's a silent assassin, just like Kobe, Black Mamba type player.
Let your actions speak for your words as he looks to convert this free throw. And he does.
And he hits both of them. And he's a silent leader. He's going to take over. He's not going to do too much rah-rah. He's just going to come out and take care of business for his guys.
And we have Adrian Moore with the ball over to Robert Wilson. He finds Chris Braswell. All the way back over to Adrian Moore. Outside looking to give it to someone. He finds number 2, A.J. Fry, over in the corner to Tanklewitz. Back over to A.J. Fry, looking for someone. He finds Wilson, shot no good as the clock expired. As James Contreras is in transition.
And we see just great defense early on. The guys already have forced a shot clock violation, so the guys are doing well. And we see Charles Bryant there just misses the three. It rolls in and out. Great look there from top of the key from him. And we see number 23 here with the ball, Chris Braswell. He passes it to Adrian Moore, who passes it to number 30, Justin Tanklewitz.
And that's number 23, Braswell. He finds Tanklewitz outside. No good. Rebounded, giving it back to Tanklewitz. Looking for someone to pass it to. He finds Fry. Fry back over to Braswell,
Yeah, Eddie, we just see great ball movement here early on by the Battling Bishops. They're rotating the ball. The Cougars are just playing great defense where they can't get the shot off. And we see there, A.J. Fry there on the go-ahead bucket in the paint.
And that's A.J. Fry, the 6'6" freshman out of Wilmington, North Carolina. We have T.J. McAllister. He gives it to Jalen Burnett outside. Jalen Burnett looking for someone to dribble to. Tries to get it over to Charles Bryant. Ball tipped out by a Battling Bishop.
Yeah, and we see a scrappy defense here by both teams. You can tell they've been watching their film and studying, doing their homework. And we see the refs here discussing something.
Looks like there's an issue with the clock that the referees are going to have to resolve. Definitely don't want that to be, rather get that problem solved early than have it be a big problem late. So
yeah, and we also see here, I just noticed like the Bishops seem to be double teaming Charles Bryant. Every time he gets in the post, they have sent someone over to play help defense.
And you're going to have to if you want to have a chance of stopping him. you're going to have to double up, even sometimes triple up on Charles Bryant because it doesn't matter. He's going to make his shots.
Yeah. And we see the technical difficulty still going on here.
And the ball is back in play as James Contreras looks to inbound the ball.
Yep.
He gives it to Moriba Diaby, who gives it back to James Contreras, driving off the glass and in the net. That is 2 points for James Contreras.
And that's just his bread and butter. He's going to take you to the rack. When you do your film study, you know you got to cut that lane off for him because if you give him an inch, he's going to take a mile. He's going to get to the rack every time. And
that's big A.J. Fry again inside. Getting another 2 points for the Battling Bishops as it looks like we're going to have the freshman guard out of Goldsboro, Jamal Ford, checking into the game at the next stoppage. But in the meantime, James Contreras is outside. He gives it to Charles Bryant, who pulls up, man in his face and all, doesn't matter. He makes the bucket.
Yeah, and that's just a beautiful face-up. He just looks him in the eye and dares him to block it. Just beautiful face-up.
As we have Adrian Moore with the ball. He gives it over to number 21, Chris Sauce. Sauce over to Fry. Fry looking for someone. He finds Braswell. Back over to Adrian Moore. Moore looking for someone. Great defense there by Jalen Burnett. Just a little bit too much momentum.
And he almost looks like a defensive back the way he just broke that ball up. He comes in, he wraps with perfect form, wraps up, secures the tackle, and tries to swipe the ball away.
And Jamal's going to come in and get Jalen Burnett. And like you said, a great play if we're playing football. Just a little bit too much for basketball.
Yeah, but that was just great defense and awareness by him.
It was.
It was lovely, lovely.
As we have Adrian Moore inbounding to Braswell. Braswell takes the pick. He finds Tankiewicz. Back down low to Adrian Moore.
And that was just a size differential there. We see a smaller James Contreras on him. And he just over top. It happens. And we see James Contreras with the ball. Great move to get to the rack. Passes it to the top of the key to Charles Bryant, who passes it to T.J. McAllister with the beautiful floater, who passes it to Mo Diaby. And it's scrappy, and it's getting scrappy down there in the paint. And we see Adrian Moore with the ball as he pushes. He passes it to Tankiewicz. And he just misses up shot. And we see Charles Bryant in there, fights for the rebound. We see James.
Excuse me, Corey. But Charles Bryant was just skying over defenders. And that is Jamal Ford, who catches in the three-pointer, something he is really good at. Corey, I'm telling you, this freshman is a really good shooter. I watch him working out. This guy is almost a dead eye.
Yeah, and he's a bucket. He's a bucket.
Adrian Moore just inside the three-point line. That is a two-pointer, but he makes the bucket.
And you can tell Adrian Moore is the workhorse for the Bishops. He comes in, he's scoring, he shoots at will, and his teammates trust him to shoot. They're not battling over the ball. They trust Adrian to shoot. That's why you see him averaging 21.5 points a game.
And something I want to point out early is the amount of rebounds Charles Bryant has already. A great find by Moriba Diaby to find Jamal Ford just off the mark there. Really a good find by the center, big man Diaby.
And that's something you rarely see when you have a big man that can pass the ball like that, that can open up. That creates so much more opportunity for a team when their big man can rotate the ball around. Everyone is getting those great passes off and those no looks and your flashy passes. So it's always good to have a great big man that has that awareness to pass the ball.
And Corey, it certainly is, but we're going to take it to a break, and we'll be right back here at the Averett Sports Network.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, here of a timeout break, and your Cougars are leading 9-8 here with 15 minutes left in the first quarter. And Eddie, how do you feel?
It's been a great game so far. It's a 1-point game right now as James Contreras is at the line. He makes it a 2-point game, but it's really been a battle of rebounds and getting in the paint here early.
Yeah, and we see Austin DeLucia in the game. Mr. Kyle Corver himself. Yeah. And Austin will strike from the 3-point. He's the dead-eye shooter. The Cougars have a lot of guys that can come in and shoot as much as possible and get a lot of buckets.
So we have Braswell outside. He's over there. Adrian Moore, great hands there by James Contreras as he runs into the stands trying to get that steal there.
He almost came up here with us, Eddie.
He almost did. Almost joined us on broadcast.
Yeah, he come in and say a few words.
As we have Braswell outside looking for some room to work. He finds Tanklewicz, a cool name, by the way.
He said a cool name.
Down low to Fry. And he gets the buckets as his bread and butter early on. He's been inside, posting up, getting buckets.
And that's just vintage basketball. That's just classic old school basketball. Just getting the paint back down and get that sky hook in.
He's got James Contreras with the ball. Looks like the Battling Bishops are running a 2-3 zone here.
Yeah.
Jamal Ford in the corner. Off the side of the backboard there.
Just a little hard there. He was a little bit outside. Step in. He dribbles once more. Step in. He's hitting it. He's hitting it.
Maybe too good of a look almost.
Yeah.
Tried to rush that shot. As we have A.J. Pryor once again. And that's a great find there from Adrian Moore. But a great way to handle the ball by A.J. Fry.
Yeah.
As we have James Contreras barking out orders, yelling at his teammates, trying to set something up against this 2-3 zone here. Outside to DeLucia to Kettner, bucket, good.
And when the team is running that 2-3, you always want to rotate the ball to get those lanes open because you're going to find the crease in that 2-3. It's very easy to find the crease. So you want to get that ball rotation, and you've seen it there, James. That's why James was at the top of the key, pressing them to move around like that because he saw that he could get the crease. And we see an and one look. It looks like there.
That is from Chris Sauce. That is, Corey. And he grabbed the rebound over the taller Averett player there and put the ball back up for the and one attempt.
Yeah, and we see Chris Sauce. He's at the line here now.
And we're going to have Jalen Burnett, Mariba Diaby, and Ian Best all check into the game for Averett.
Yeah, and Ian Best has been playing well. He's coming in and giving the team a good 4 or 5 points here and there, and that always helps when you have everyone scoring and hitting on every cylinder, like I said earlier on.
And he does. He's also a freshman out of Goldsboro. Ian Best, you have to watch out for him because he will sneak and jump on you, and he will dunk all over you. So you have to watch out when he's driving into the lane, or else you will end up on ESPN. So Jalen Burnett is outside with the ball for Averett.
Yeah, we see Ian. He was windmilling in warm-ups today, so hopefully he gets his legs under him.
DeLucia had 2 hands in the face. Still took the shot. Ian Best fighting for that rebound. Jalen Burnett, the layup in traffic, and a lot of traffic there.
Yeah.
A.J. Fry. Excuse me, Corey.
No, you're fine.
And it looks like there is a foul called on Kettner. We have Charles Bryant checking to the game and Malik Judd checking for the Battling Bishops, as it will stay Bishops' ball.
And that's just great defense there by Mo Diaby.
Big Mo racking up another block. Great trap defense here by Averett. And that's just great defense there, Corey.
Yeah.
Big Mo Diaby standing up strong like a tree, and that's just great defense.
And we see the refs letting the Cougars play basketball today. They're not.
And great defense on the other end by Wesleyan to really lock up Charles Bryant, put 3 or 4 men on him.
Yeah, and it must have been, this battle has to be personal. I see it's a lot of strappiness going on out here, a lot of aggressiveness. This is typical basketball, but also you can tell there's something a little personal here. It's a conference foe, so everyone's they're on their P's and Q's here.
As Adrian Moore puts up the shot with DeLucia's hand in the face, and he makes it just inside the 3-point line again. Your score is 17-13, 11:44 to play in this game. Mo Diaby finding Charles Bryant. Charles Bryant double, triple teamed again.
Yeah, and the refs got to call that. They have to call that.
And that's a transition three from Tankelwitz. No good. It will be Bishop's ball. Timeout called on the court. We're going to take it here with them. We'll be right back at the Grant Center. And we are back live at the Grant Center. Men's basketball live action here today. Thank you for tuning in. Corey Burnley, Eddie Glenn here on the headset. As we have Bishops with the ball. Adrian Moore. Inbound is stolen by Charles Bryant. James Contreras in transition. Layup is good. Great play by Averett there. Steal from Bryant. Way to stay inbounds by Contreras. And a good layup there by James Contreras Jr.
Yeah, that was just a great drive. He absorbed that contact and he finished. That was a great drive.
Adrian Moore outside, defended by Ian Best. Adrian Moore over to Braswell. Braswell back to Moore. Moore driving. Defended by Diaby. Fry putting up the long-range shot. No good. As we have Judd putting up the shot. Battling down low, putting up shots, getting his own rebounds. And that bucket is good, as he is fouled on the play. Foul called on Diaby.
You'll see TJ McAllister checking in here.
And Vince Contreras checking in. We're going to have the Contreras brothers on the court here today.
Number 2 and 22. Pretty cool.
Judd's shot is good to make it a three-point play. Brian inbounds to Vince Contreras. Over to James Contreras. Defended well. Diaby driving. Ball stolen by Bishop. And this is Tankelwicz in transition. No good. Rebound by Vince Contreras. As he's going to drive, take the contact. Bucket no good. He'll get 2 shots at the free throw line.
And that was a good drive by him. The Contreras brothers are very good at driving the ball and getting to the rack.
They are definitely.
I can almost guarantee you when they were younger, they practiced that a lot together. Right being like right there behind each other in age.
And these two brothers, they are hard workers for sure. I could only imagine what a game of 21 was like in the front yard, the driveway at the basketball goal. First shot, no good.
And we see Vince just missed the first one here.
As Vince looks to capitalize on one of his free throws, and he does not. The ball rolls out, thinks about going in, but it just does not. Unfortunate, really. We'll have Braswell in transition, getting people in place. Over to Judd. He finds Fry down low. Fry way over to Braswell, takes the deep three-pointer. Hand in the face and all, that is good. Braswell had to have confidence putting up a shot like that, and it goes in.
Yeah, that was a great form by him.
As we have McAllister outside. Contreras was looking for his brother James. Ball knocked out by Bishop. As we have James Contreras on the inbound. And he gets it over to TJ McAllister. McAllister finds Vince Contreras. Back over to McAllister. Looking for an open man. Vinny thought about driving in. James Contreras outside, wide open, three-pointer, no good. Rebounded by Charles Bryant. He was fouled on the shot. And Corey, Charles Bryant isn't having the typical scoring night early. Now it is early, but normally he posts up. When Charles Bryant is in the post, he makes those shots. It's almost like a 90% make for him. But tonight it's been a different story, but he has been able to get to the free throw line and at least capitalize on his 2 shots.
Yeah, that's just great by him, making that first free throw to keep his team in the game, to try to get back a rhythm. They just have to get in the offensive rhythm here. As we see Charles Bryant take his second free throw.
And Charles Bryant's free throw, no good. 23-16, 9:23, Bishops are up. Adrian Moore pushing the ball down in the court for Wesleyan. He takes the screen, set by Fry. He's over to Bradswell. Bradswell defended by Bryant. Down low to Fry. And Fry, another 2 points down low. James Contreras driving. Puts up the awkward shot, rolls around, no good. Rebounded by Moriba Diaby, who puts up the second chance points, no good. And that is Vince Contreras on the rebound. Vince Contreras rebounding the big guys down there in the paint. And that's a great take by Vince Contreras, just couldn't get the shot off. And that's Braswell on the three-point attempt. Good defense, good way to get over there by TJ McAllister on defense. James Contreras behind the back. James Contreras grabs his own rebound, and he is fouled on the play. James Contreras, nifty moves there, Corey.
Yeah, he's very shifty running down the court to get to the basket here. As he looks here to take his first free throw. The decrease this 25-16 lead a little.
It looks like we'll have Darren Kettner and Austin DeLucia checking in for Averett here at the next break, as they will. And we'll also have Robert Wilson checking in for North Carolina Wesleyan. James Contreras, shot is up and good. Adrian Moore bringing the ball down the court for North Carolina Wesleyan, defended by James Contreras Jr. Picked up by Darren Kettner. He looks to take Kettner to the rack. Great defense there by Kettner. Braswell driving, Moore outside, another deep three, hand in the face, doesn't matter, he makes it. To extend this lead to a 10-point lead, Charles Bryant finds James Contreras as he will drive in. Shot is good in the face of contact.
Yeah, James Contreras looks to be having a night. He's going to have a night here.
Adrian Moore outside to Wilson, over to Braswell. He finds Tinklewicks. Wicks over to Moore as he's driving in, takes contact, spins around, and gets the bucket. DeLucia finds Charles Bryant. Back to James Contreras. Darren Kettner outside, thought about taking a three. No good, he did not take it. As he will this time, he is wide open. No good. Charles Bryant down there battling for the rebound. He gets it into 2 points.
He's an animal. He's an animal. Charles Bryant is an animal.
And that is a 30-second timeout for Coach Duino. We'll be right back here at the Averett Sports Network.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, here at the Averett University Sports Network. Your Averett University Cougars taking on your North Carolina Wesleyan Battling Bishops. And we have a 30-22 score here, Battling Bishops up.
As we have Tanklewicz on the three-pointer. Defended there by James Contreras. Just a great shot. We have TJ McAllister in transition. He finds DeLucia down low to Bryant. Back up top to McAllister. James Contreras is going to take the three-pointer. No good. Rebounded by Charles Bryant. Bucket good. He gets the foul. Looking for the three-point play. Now that, Corey, that's classic Charles Bryant. Post you up, or get the rebound rather. He didn't even post him up that time. Get the rebound, take one dribble, put it in the bucket, and get the extra point.
We see Austin DeLucia comes out the game, and Ian Best steps in. And TJ McAllister has to take over sometimes. He got to step up and run the game a little more. He's a great player, but I just want to see. You just have to see more from him sometimes.
And it will be Averett's basketball after the free throw attempt.
Because once McAllister gets that floater going, he's an animal.
And it looks like we have A.J. Fry and number 21, Chris Sauce, checking into the game for North Carolina Wesleyan. T.J. McAllister outside, wide open, knocks down the three-pointer. Like you said, he's got to step up, and he does. He might have heard you.
Yeah. He definitely had to hear me. He definitely did.
And as we have Chris Sauce is outside, he finds Braswell way across the court. Looking for A.J. Fry down low, and it will, the refs are discussing whose ball is going to be, and it is Averett's basketball.
Yeah, and the refs are human. They're going to make those mistakes, so you can't blame them. They're only human.
And I don't know if you saw it, but Coach Joino, as soon as they announced it was Bishop's ball, he went almost crazy.
Yeah.
The refs got the right call on the court after discussing it for a little bit. And nevertheless, it is Averett's ball. James Contreras outside, over to Ian Best. Ian Best to TJ McAllister. Looking to drive. Charles Bryant, pull up, no good. Rebounded by Adrian Moore. Chris Sauce, and that's good. 35-27 is your score. 5:15 left in the game. Battling Bishops are up. Ian Best over to McAllister. McAllister, another three. Just off the mark.
And that had a great look. He held the gooseneck up, as they say in basketball. That's that perfect form. He just couldn't cash in at the time.
Adrian Moore taking a wild shot, no good. A.J. Fry. Another 2 points down low for A.J. Fry. This is Charles Bryant over to McAllister. McAllister looking for a spark here on offense, as they're not out of this game, but they're just looking for a spark. Kettner outside. Down low to Bryant as they double team. And James Contreras will take the contact.
That was a great drive by him to draw the contact, put his body into him, and just draw the contact.
And another player that's good at drawing contact like that, if you want to look at NBA comparisons, Corey, is James Harden. He will drive in, lean that shoulder into you, and make you impede contact on him.
He most definitely will. That's you have those type of guys that play basketball and do, like, that's their bread and butter of the sport. Just driving in and making sure you get their hands on them. It's that type of finesse that they have.
As it is, and we will have Mariba Diaby and Austin DeLucia check into the game for Averett. Contreras' shot is good. Adrian Moore in transition for the Bishops over to Braswell. Braswell back to Moore. Moore to Sauce. Sauce driving. Shot no good. Rebounded by TJ McAllister. That's James Contreras driving by himself. Layup is good. Euro step and all. And that's another transition bucket for James Contreras.
And I'm pretty sure James is in double digits now. He's been scoring. He's been getting to the basket and scoring.
Chris Braswell. Great defense there by DeLucia. He's called on the foul, though, as that will send Braswell to the line. There's a timeout called on the court. We're going to take it with him, and we'll be right back here at the Averett Sports Network.
And we're back here, ladies and gentlemen. As we see, the Battling Bishops takes their first free throw. And Braswell, he cashes in the first free throw. You see, the Battling Bishops takes their second free throw attempt. Braswell here, number 23. And he makes both free throws, increasing the lead to 39-31. And we see Austin DeLucia here with the ball. He passes Jane Contreras. He drives to the basket. And that is a great layup with a lot of contact. Great finish by him. And we see Adrian Moore with the ball. He pushes down court. He's barking out orders like my co-host Eddie said earlier. Nice spin move. He drives. That's a great bucket by him.
And that is a great bucket by Adrian Moore.
And we see T.J. McAllister with the ball. We see Austin DeLucia take a three. And it just rolls out.
Rebounded by Mariba Diaby. Puts up the second chance points. No good. But he is fouled on the play.
And that was a great look by Austin DeLucia for the three-pointer. It just rolls in and out. It's like some type of curses on the rim tonight. All of the Cougar shots are rolling in and out.
Diaby's first shot is good. Second shot, no good. Rebounded by Bishop. Moore bringing the ball down the court for Wesleyan. He finds Braswell. Shot is good. And that is another three-point shot by Braswell. Austin DeLucia finds Charles Bryant standing all alone. And you cannot leave him open.
He will make you pay. And the Cougars have to get some bodies on the perimeter. They're giving away too many three-point shots at the time.
And Braswell, another three-point attempt put up.
And every three-pointer he takes and makes, that gives him more confidence to take another. So the Cougars have to get a hand in his face here. Contest those shots a little more.
They're going to have to, as we have Morris outside. Moore finds Stenkelwicz. Down low to Sauce, no good, defended by Charles Bryant.
And that was good defense there by Charles.
And it was great defense, Great defense there. A wide open three-point look from Charles Bryant, a miss. As we have Braswell outside. Braswell looking for somewhere to work. Outside to Adrian Moore. Now Moore is barking out orders, trying to get something set up. Braswell outside, deep three, hand in the face, no good. Rebounded by James Contreras. As he had to take that shot, there was just 1 second remaining. So we have James Contreras now calling plays, putting people in place, finding TJ McAllister. Great defense there by Adrian Moore, pleading his case with the refs. We're going to have Vince Contreras, Ian Best, and Darren Kettner check in for Averett.
And we see Ian Best with the ball here. He's looking for something. And we see James Contreras on the drive and the shot.
And that's a great hustle play by Vinny Contreras to grab that rebound. Now Charles Bryan is outside with the ball over to Ian Best. He finds Darren Kettner, back to Ian Best. Vince Contreras, and Averett is looking to find a path to the basket here. As the Battling Bishops are playing fantastic defense.
Yeah, we see great defense here.
As there's 3 seconds, there's time for maybe an inbound one pass, and they have to take a shot.
And we said, talk about here, we're going to stay here, ladies and gentlemen.
We're not going to go to commercial. It's just a 30-second timeout. And it's just a 30-second timeout. And Corey, it's
just a 30-second timeout.
It's been a great game so far. Excuse me, it's been a great game nonetheless. 44-36, 32 seconds left in the game. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Corey, what do you think so far?
The Cougars have to communicate a little more, get the ball around a little more, and they're back in this thing. It's simple. Coming up, ladies and gentlemen, we have special guests Brent Hammer and Mark Walson here to actually take over the show for a little bit.
They will, and it is only just an 8-point game here. So this game is not over. Nowhere, by no means, is it out of reach. So it's very much still in contest as we have James Contreras will inbound the ball for Averett. He gives it to Darren Kettner, who puts up the shot. And it is good. That is a 3-point shot. That is good. Great poise by Darren Kettner, the sharpshooter for Averett. As we have Adrian Moore outside, looking to dribble out the clock. Maybe dribble out and take a shot.
And Braswell and Adrian are having a night here. The Cougars going to have to play a little more extra defense here to stop those two guys.
That's a good way to fight to the basket. And that will take us to halftime. And your score is 44-39. And we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to be back with your halftime show. Welcome back. My name is Eddie Glenn, and I am joined here by Brent Hammer. Everybody give him a round of applause. This is his first day on headset. Thank you. You guys got to be quiet now. I can't hear myself talk. We're here for the halftime show. This week in AU Sports presented by Wilkins & Company Realtors. A brief overview of the sports this week. So, Brent, what do you have for us, man?
Well, the Averett Cougars women's basketball team started out this week with a tough loss to William Peace, but not to be mistaken, Sam Chandler, of course, having a great game, and Frida Lundquist, she's doing her thing as well. And Amani Ajay had her first career double-double with 14 points and a career high of 11 rebounds. And then moving on to this past Wednesday, Charles Bryant, he's just being the monster he is, and he scored 22 points and grabbed 10 rebounds. And also, freshman Maribe Diaby had a career game in rebounds and blocks as well.
And to go back to that women's game that you mentioned, Brent, the women were on a 4-game winning streak just prior to that game. So they had played really good basketball going into that, and they, I believe, were in the top of the conference, and they might still be with only one conference loss. So, and then going to that men's game you mentioned, Moriba Diaby had 5 monstrous blocks, Brent. Not just any blocks, but monstrous blocks. He was swatting them into the wall, swatting them into the stands. He was really playing with a vengeance there.
Oh, yeah, of course. Diaby is just a big body in the paint, and he's going to be a presence no matter what game it is.
And he really stepped up big time, looking to earn minutes for himself. And as we go into the next games, I want to mention last night's game at William Peace. I personally went to that game, Mr. Hammer, and it was a great game. Small gym, crowd was packed. It was full going out of the doors. But their three-point shooting ability, talking about William Peace, that is, was just a little bit too much to handle there, especially late in that game. They started knocking them down back to back to back.
Yeah, I heard that they were pretty lethal from outside last night, and it's really just a shame that we couldn't find a way to find a solution for it.
They were, and they resembled that Virginia Wesleyan team that we played early on in the year. I don't know if you remember that, but Virginia Wesleyan shot really well as they came here, and they shot really well from the three-point line as well.
Yeah, I think that's one of the things that the Cougars need to focus on is defending that perimeter. Sometimes it's their Achilles heel, but then in other times, like in times like in the past, they just play great lockdown defense, not just on the perimeter, but inside the paint and around the arc.
And yes, that is true, Brent. But coming up this week, we're gonna have your Averett Cougars going against Piedmont. And then they're going to be at Ferrum and at North Carolina Wesleyan, and that is 3 conference matchups. And Brent, we haven't played Piedmont yet, so that'll be a very new opponent, a fresh face. But we played Ferrum, we beat them. We're playing North Carolina Wesleyan right now. So does that give you confidence going into the conference matchups?
I think it's always great to go in against a team you haven't faced because you don't know their tendencies, and then they don't know of yours, of course. But I think we'll play great against them. James, Charles, and Diaby will that fearsome 3 is just it's just once they're all clicking, it's just really hard to stop them.
And that is true, Brent. As we will take a quick break here, and we're going to have Corey Burnley and Mark Wallstock coming in for us. And Brent, thank you for joining me.
Oh, there's no problem at all.
Ladies and gentlemen, now returning to the floor, your
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Jacory Burley here at your halftime show with Mark Walston. And I have your Kickbacks Jacks first half stats and R.A. Whitlow painting and floor sanding player of the half. The first half, we see James Contreras here coming out strong. He has 16 total points here and 5 total rebounds. So he's getting after it early on, also with 3 assists. And we see T.J. McAllister here with 3 points early on, hitting a clutch 3 early off in the first half. And Charles Bryant going 4 for 9, and he also have 11 points with 8 rebounds, almost close to a double-double. And I just want to acknowledge going back, James Contreras is 6 for 6 for the free throw line, so he's having a great scoring night here. And then Mark will read off you guys' North Carolina Western stat line.
All right, so we got 3 players from the Bishop. And first we got Adrian Moore with 13 total points and 3 total rebounds. And he's shooting 6 of 8 from the field, so that's really good. And then we got A.J. Fry with 12 total points and 2 total rebounds, 1 offensive and 1 defensive. He's also shooting 6 for 8. And last we got Chris Braswell with 8 total points and 3 total rebounds, all defensive rebounds. And he's shooting 2 of 5 from the field.
Yeah.
So.
And that's just great scoring here by both teams tonight as we approach the second half. And Mark, my player of the half, R.A. Whitlow player of the half, is going to have to be James Contreras.
Yeah, has to be.
Yeah, he came out, he's striking early, he's doing what he has to do, and he's driving to the rack, scoring those easy buckets for the Cougars.
And I'm going to have to agree with you on that one. I mean, James Contreras is playing really good. At least it in the first half, and he's going to have to keep that play up.
Yeah, man.
He really wants to win this game.
He definitely will. He definitely will. Well, we're going to take a break here with 1 minute left in the half, and we'll be back with more action. And we're back here at your halftime show, rolling into the second half here. I got Eddie Glenn here with me, Jacory Burley. We're back. And Planet Fitness halftime show is almost a wrap, ladies and gentlemen. And here I just want to talk about key improvements for the second half, sponsored by BB&T, first half. So we have to take a look at the defensive end. I gotta address it. The Cougars got to step up a little more on defense, get a hand, and contest a few more shots on the perimeter.
They definitely do. As I'm looking at the stats, Averett is shooting 37% from the field. NC Wesleyan is shooting 50% from the field. So we have to step up our shooting, and really that's the only thing. Turnovers are even, rebounds are virtually even. The only thing that's stopping us is the shooting percentage. As we get the second half started, it will be North Carolina Wesleyan's ball, as we will have Braswell inbounding the ball to Moore.
Yeah, we see Adrian Moore with the ball here.
And he's over to Wilson. Wilson over to Tankelwicks. Wicks to Fry, who's sky highs for that pass. Braswell outside, defended by Charles Bryant. Moore defended by Jalen Burnett. Looking to drive in. Great defense there by Jalen Burnett.
That was excellent defense by Jalen. Jalen is playing scrappy. He came by the second half with a purpose, as you can tell. Let's hope he can get it going to the offensive end of the court.
Jalen Burnett with the ball. He finds T.J. McAllister. McAllister down low to Bryant. And Bryant is fouled.
And that was great. He saw that he had a bigger opponent on him, so that was great to drive in and try to get contact.
as Charles Bryant early on in this game, in the first half, had 11 points and 8 rebounds, even coming up with the steal. So he had a good first half and looks to double that this half, or at least do better this half. As his first free throw is good. No rim, no backboard, just net. Second one good. That's 2 for 2. That's 100%. And this is Adrian Moore with the ball for Jalen Burnett. Or defended by Jalen Burnett, excuse me, for the Bishops. That's great defense there by Jalen Burnett as he just picks up a foul.
Yeah. And I guess Coach D has came out and put, I guess, their best defender on Adrian Moore to kind of slow him down a little bit. And Jalen is doing a great job of it.
They're going to have to slow him down as he is the Bishops' leading scorer with 13 points in that first half. As he passes to Robert Wilson, who gets the bucket down low. McAllister looking for someone to pass it to. He finds Jalen Burnett outside. Down low to Bryant. He finds Diaby. Diaby, no good. This is Adrian Moore. He finds Tenkelwitz trying to get it to Fry. Pass just off the mark.
Let me see the cheerleader chasing the ball almost out the gym as she slips and falls.
And Corey, just like that, it is a 5-point game as it is 46-41. Bishops out in front. As we have Charles Bryant on the inbound for Averett. He gives it off to James Contreras Jr. Over to Jalen Burnett. Outside to TJ McAllister. A deep three with a hand in the face. James Contreras on the rebound. Shot no good. We will have Tenkelwitz. Shot no good.
And we see Charles Bryant and Mo Diaby with a double rebound there. I guess you can give it to both of them.
Jalen Burnett driving in. No good. Rebounded there by TJ McAllister. He finds a wide open James Contreras looking for a foul on the shot. No good. TJ McAllister, just a miscommunication there trying to pass it. As we will have Adrian Moore with the ball for the Bishops. He finds Wilson. Wilson over to Braswell. Braswell with the ball, driving in, trying to find Fry. James Contreras finds Charles Bryant. Transition layup is good.
Yeah, he almost looked like he was about to dunk it. He had those intentions, but he wanted to go ahead and get the go-ahead bucket. And your lead, and it's just a three-point game now.
It is now a three-point game with the safe, smart bucket there by Charles Bryant.
And that's just a testament to his basketball IQ. He sees the guys behind him trailing. He doesn't want to try to dunk it in. It rolls out or something. So that's just smart IQ by Charles Bryant.
As we have A.J. Fry posting up Mo Diaby. Here's the bucket. As A.J. Fry, this freshman center, he's 6'6", 290. So he's really hard. If he wants to post you up, there's not much you can do about it unless you're really hitting the weights. And A.J. Fry is showcasing his hard work and his ability to get to the rim today. We will have Darren Kettner check it in for your Averett Cougars. TJ McAllister finds James Contreras outside. Over to TJ McAllister. He finds Jalen Burnett driving in. Blocked by A.J. Fry. Charles Bryant on the rebound and the second chance points. We have Braswell with the ball. Braswell over to Wilson. Wilson back to Braswell. And Fry is outside with the ball. Tenkelwicks, a three-pointer, hand in the face is good. And that's a tough shot to get off, but he put it in the net, as that is his second one of that nature this game. CJ McAllister trying to get it down low to Charles Bryant. And the ball is kicked out of bounds. It will be Averett's ball. Ian Best checking in. And there will be a timeout on the court, Corey. We're going to take it with them, and we'll be right back.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, here with second half action at Averett University. Your North Carolina Wesleyan Battling Bishops taking on your Averett University Cougars.
And your score is 51-45, 15:51 left in this ball game. Bishops out in front. As we're going to have James Contreras on the inbound for Averett. He's going to inbound to Jalen Burnett, the sophomore transfer. Jalen Burnett's going to drive in. Darren Kenner outside for three in the corner. No good. Rebounded by Charles Bryant. And with that rebound, I just want to mention, Corey, Charles Bryant is second on the all-time list for rebounds, as Ian Best put up that three-pointer. No good. Bishop's ball. But he is second all-time on rebounds list for Averett.
Yeah, and that's a great achievement. That's the greatest accomplishment you want to leave. You always want to leave your mark in those record books, and he does that. And he tries to accomplish that every game that he comes out.
And not only second in rebounds, but eighth in scoring. So he's not a one-trick pony, as they say. And it will be Averett's ball as James Contreras stood in there and took that charge. And this will be Chris Sauce checking in for the Bishops. Jalen Burnett in transition for Averett. He's going to take the screen set by Ian Best outside to Jalen Burnett. In the corner to Darren Kettner again. Thought about taking a three. Decides to give it off to James Contreras. James Contreras finds Charles Bryant down low in the post. That's another 2 points for Charles Bryant. Jalen Burnett, great hands there, as he tries to find an Averett player. Ian Best, good hustle play there by Averett.
Yeah, and you see as the game winds down, the intensity level has rose.
And that's just great hustle by your Averett Cougars there to get that ball back and get another possession. Darren Kettner outside, wide open three-point look, no good. Rebounded by Jalen Burnett. And that's a good point. Jalen Burnett deserved those points there, Curry. He got the steal, chased the ball down, got it from going out of bounds, got the rebound, found passes, and he collected the points there. Another great defense here by Averett, and they have to call a timeout. We're going to take a break with them here, and we'll be right back. Averett's playing great defense right now.
And we see Wesleyan, they're getting out of their character right now. They've lost the mojo that they had, and the Cougars has picked it up. So great job by the Cougars there. And we're going to take a break here.
And we are back here live at the Grant Center following great defense here by Averett. Jalen Burnett coming in, giving good hustle points there. As we will have Jamal Ford checking in for Averett. Averett looking to play great defense here again as they do. The ball inbounded to Adrian Moore, defended there by Charles Bryant. Jamal Ford here to help. They're playing a trap defense here as Averett. Adrian Moore driving in on DeLucia. Great defense there by DeLucia. Rebounded by Chris Sauce. Second chance points are good.
Yeah, we see Ian Best with the ball here. He pushes it down court. He's looking to set something up.
Austin DeLucia finds Jamal Ford outside, wide open. A great pass there from Jamal Ford to find James Contreras. James Contreras was maybe not paying attention, not expecting that pass, as I don't think anybody else was. And Corey, I just want to, the chemistry between those two players the last couple games is Jamal Ford and James Contreras has been great, as they have been finding great passes between each other.
And they definitely have. We see Jamal Ford here on the defense on Averett. Adrian Moore, he passes the ball. Adrian Moore with the ball back. We see Braswell with the ball. And we see a foul call here by the ref.
Looks like it's going to be a over-the-back call on James Contreras. It's his first of the game. Diaby's going to check in for Ian Best. As NC Wesleyan looking to inbound. Great defense there by Mariva Diaby. Referees called a foul. AJ Fry is going to be sent to the line here. AJ Fry, first shot up and good. Second shot, good as well. 2 for 2 is number 2. And we're going to have James Contreras but pushing the ball down the court for Averett. Jamal Ford outside, finding DeLucia. DeLucia down low to Diaby. Diaby looking for someone to pass to as he is trapped. He finds DeLucia. DeLucia jacks up the three-pointer. Just rattles around, no good.
Yeah, and great look there by DeLucia, and great attempt by Mo to get out the double team there. That was a great job by him.
It's a fantastic offense there. Just got to capitalize on the shot. As we're going to have Adrian Moore taking a deep three-pointer. No good. It's A.J. Fry. Good hustle there by Fry. Jalen Burnett and T.J. McAllister checking in for Averett. Coming to get Jamal Ford and James Contreras. And then Jalen Burnett with the ball for Averett. 6-point game. Bishop's out in front.
Yeah, we see DeLucia finally find a groove and get a shot in. He's been trying to find that spark all night, and I think he just did there.
DeLucia, that was in the corner, hand in the face and all. Tinklewicz with the three-point look. No good as DeLucia on the rebound. DeLucia getting it done offensively and defensively here for Averett. DeLucia finding Bryant. Bryant finding Diaby. Diaby finding McAllister. T.J. McAllister again wide open. Jalen Burnett pulls up. And that makes this a 1-point game. Bishop's out in front. Corey Averett has come out the locker room playing really good basketball here.
Yeah, and they just had to find that groove. They just get their spot. And we see Adrian Moore there on another bucket, making it a 3-point game again.
It looks like Vince Contreras will check in. And Darren Kettner will check in at the next stoppage. As we have Jalen Burnett. DeLucia outside, pulls up the three-pointer, no good. And there's a timeout called on the court. And we're going to take a break here with them. We'll be right back here at the Grant Center. And welcome back. We have a three-point game on our hands. 11 minutes, 8 seconds left in the ball game. Bishop's out in front. As Braswell inbounds to Adrian Moore. Defended by Jalen Burnett. Moore. Great defense there by Kenner as A.J. Fry still corrals it. And A.J. Fry is fouled on the play. As during the break, we had Cameron Martin check in for North Carolina Wesleyan. A.J. Fry's free throw is good. He's got one more. And it is no good. Charles Bryant on the rebound. As we have T.J. McAllister bringing the ball down the court. Jalen Burnett outside, back to McAllister. McAllister takes the pick from Bryant. Jalen Burnett, the no-look pass to Charles Bryant. The no-look pass to Kettner. Driving, no good. Adrian Moore corrals it finally under the net. As we have Braswell outside for the Bishops. He finds Fry down low again. This is Martin. Seeing his first minutes of the game. Adrian Moore outside. Calling for a screen. Avoids it. Layup no good. Great defense there by Vince Contreras. A.J. Fry outside. Braswell gives it to Moore. As it seemed to be a shot clock violation there. Coach is pleading his case as we will play ball. We have T.J. McAllister on the ball for Averett, defended by Braswell. He's over to Kettner. Kettner's defended by Martin. Kettner looking for somewhere. He finds James Contreras. James Contreras driving.
He's hit hard there. Oh, they called a travel there. I thought it was actually going to be a foul, but it was a travel. And we see the Bishops take possession with a 4-point lead. 9 minutes left in the game. It's turning out to be a great one here, Eddie.
It really has, as Averett came out of the halftime break playing really good defense and putting the ball in the net. Great defense, again, great defense there by Averett.
Yeah, they just came out to half ready to play basketball.
As
I don't
they
know what
did.
coach said in the locker room, but I'm pretty sure it sparked a lot of fire in these guys.
As we're going to have Mariba Diaby checking into the game for Vince Contreras, excuse me. As we have Braswell with the ball. Braswell takes the screen set by Sauce. Over to Martin. Back to Braswell. Braswell looking for some room to work. And he finds Fry outside. Back to Braswell. Braswell takes the shot. No good. Diaby gives it to James Contreras, excuse me. He finds Kettner for three, and it is good.
That was a wet three there.
Darren Kettner on a great pass from James Contreras. And Cameron Martin going to try to take a three of his own, rebounded by Darren Kettner. And it is a 1-point game, Corey, as Averett is in transition. He finds Kettner again for three, and it is just no good. TJ McAllister going to jack up a three. No good. Rebounded by Mariba Diaby. Another three put up, and it is good. Averett Cougars putting up threes, rebounding, putting up, rebounding until they make it, and they finally do. And it is a 2-point lead for your Cougars.
Yeah, that was great shots all the way around. That was great hustle by the team to keep creating opportunities for the three-point shot.
A.J. Fry misses, rebounded by Darren Kettner. Darren Kettner finds James Contreras driving, and he is fouled on the play.
And the momentum has swung greatly here tonight.
That foul is called on A.J. Fry. We're going to have Tankerwitz and Judd and Wilson checking in for North Carolina Wesleyan. As Averett has come out playing with a passion. Inbounded to James Contreras. Over to TJ McAllister, driving in, finding Charles Bryant. He finds Diaby. Charles Bryant sky high for the rebound. He gets fouled on the play. And Corey, that's a perfect example of finding the extra pass. As there's a timeout called on the court.
That was just great basketball there.
That's great.
And that little stretch there, that was a great basketball there.
Fantastic basketball. We're going to take this break with them. We'll be right back here at the Averett Sports Network. And we are back. Eddie Greer and Corey Burnley. And great men's basketball action here today. We're glad you're joined here with us. And we'll have Charles Bryant taking free throws here. As the momentum is going back and forth, Averett came out of the halftime break playing amazing. Charles Bryant, first shot clanks off the back of the rim. Looking to extend this lead to a 3-point lead here for Averett. Shot up and in. 3-point game here. Braswell over to Judd. And there's a foul called.
Yeah, we see great hustle there by Charles Bryant to run down the court and help his man.
As we're going to have Martin on the inbound. He finds Tenkelwitz. Over back to Braswell. Braswell defended by Jalen Burnett. He's going to take the screen, picked up by James Contreras. Back to Tenkelwitz, defended by Charles Bryant. You see Averett is playing great defense here. Back to Braswell. He's going to drive in. And that bucket is good. As we have T.J. McAllister outside for the Cougars. Down low to James Contreras. Back to McAllister, over to Kettner. Kettner back to McAllister. McAllister over to Contreras. Kettner from three. And it is good. And Corey Kettner has come out putting on a three-point barrage here in the second half.
Yeah, and he has the high hand. He has the high hand.
He absolutely does. I'm sure he has that green light from Coach Doino to shoot that three-pointer at will.
Oh yeah, I definitely give him the green light. I tell him, Jay, you stay right there at the arc and shoot the three.
As we have Tenkelwitz, the deep three, hand in the face from Charles Bryant and Alwyn. And he didn't care at all. As
like
6'5" Charles Bryant put his hand in his face, he put up the deep shot anyway.
Yeah, it looks like we're gonna have a three-point shootout here.
As it is a one-point game once again. McAllister puts up the three. No good. We have Braswell Martin putting up a three-pointer, and it is good. And Corey, this is looking more like a three-point contest than it is a basketball game.
Yeah. And it's a lovely display of threes.
And it is. James Contreras looking, he finds T.J. McAllister over to Jalen Burnett. Down low to Darren Kettner, back to Burnett. Kettner in the corner, driving in. James Contreras mishandles the pass. Cameron Martin had the pass, not the pass, but the handle tipped. As that is number 35, Robert Wilson, fouled on the play. We're going to have Mariba Diaby checking in for Averett.
Let me see. See the Bishops here at the free throw line.
Robert Wilson's first shot is good. And Austin DeLucia is going to check in as well as Mariba Diaby. Wilson looking to go 2 for 2, extend this lead to a 2-possession game, and he does. James Contreras.
He pushes the ball down court.
Over to Austin DeLucia. He finds McAllister. Back to AD. AD over to James Contreras. And that is a foul called on Tenkelwitz. As James Contreras will look to inbound. As he does it, Diaby back to Contreras. Over to Austin DeLucia. James Contreras driving in, shot no good. Rebounded by Contreras. Second chance points are good. As we have Adrian Moore in transition. Over to Wilson, back to Moore. Moore over to Tenkelwitz. As it will be Averett's ball. There's a foul called on the play.
Look like possession has switched here.
And that was called on Robert Wilson. As we're going to have the hot hand. Darren Kettner check back into the game.
And Coach D knows he has to keep him taking those threes. Excuse me there.
He's hot, and he's looking to keep him in the game. 2-point game here. Bishop's out in front. McAllister with the ball. Both teams in the bonus. McAllister has it over to Austin DeLucia. Bryant finding James Contreras again.
And the game's tied here, 68-68.
68 all is the score, Corey. And it has been a great game, Corey. Everything we could have expected.
Yeah, just great basketball. High intense quality basketball right here.
Adrian Moore driving in, defended by Charles Bryant. And Charles Bryant is called on that foul. Adrian Moore will go to the line for North Carolina Wesleyan. Adrian Moore averaging the most points per game for this team. We're going to have A.J. Fry checking in as well for the Bishops. Adrian Moore, second shot, no good.
And we see T.J. McAllister with the ball here.
Over to Kettner. Back to T.J. McAllister, over to Austin DeLucia. McAllister almost mishandles that pass. He corrals it. James Contreras driving. No good as the Bishops contain possession. As Braswell drive it in. Nice move to get to the bucket.
Let's see T.J. McAllister here running the floor here.
Austin DeLucia finding Kettner wide open in the corner. No good. Rebounded by Charles Bryant. Finding a wide open James Contreras. Timeout on the floor. We're going to take it here with them at the Averett Sports Network. And we are back here at the Grant Center, Corey. Just a one-point game. Very exciting basketball action going on here tonight. Both teams are in the bonus. 3 minutes, 8 seconds left. Bishop's out in front by just 1 point.
Yeah, this has been a great game here.
As we have Braswell on the inbound. Averett's playing great defense. Moore with the ball. Bringing it down the court for the Bishops. Adrian Moore driving in, defended by Jalen Burnett. And James Contreras takes the charge.
That's a great job by him to set his feet and take that charge there to get the ball back to his team.
And that's the second charge James has taken this game. Good tough player there. DeLucia checks in for Jalen Burnett. Looks like there might be a sweat spot on the floor or something. As they get that cleaned up. As we're going to have DeLucia inbound to TJ McAllister as we get the game back underway. Over to DeLucia, wide open three-point attempt, and it is good. Adrian Moore defended well by the Averett Cougars here. And it looks like there might have been a timeout called on the court. Averett leads 73-71, 2:29 left. Hey, Corey, we're not going to take a break. We're going to stay right here.
Yeah, and the coach got in a sticky situation. He saw his guy was trapped, so he called a timeout to get him out the situation there.
Averett playing great defense here as they lead by 2. The lead is really going back and forth here late in this game. It's going to keep us on the edge of our seats as we go into the final stages of this game.
Yeah, and you never know what they expect in basketball. It's always a roller coaster type situation.
As it is, and Avery's just come out playing fantastic basketball. They're shooting the 3-ball really well. They're rebounding good now, and they're starting to box out. They're not letting up those easy 2-point in the paint plays as easy as they were in the first half. Braswell on the inbound. He gives it off to Moore. Good screen set there by Fry. Great defense there by Jalen Burnett. Moore shot no good. Rebounded by Charles Bryant. Jalen Burnett in transition. 2:10 left in the ballgame. Averett leads by 2. Both teams in the bonus. Diaby outside. He gives it off to TJ McAllister, who's driving in, finding Charles Bryant. Looking for the foul, doesn't get one. As Braswell is in transition. He looks to slow it down, calling out some plays, getting people in order. He finds A.J. Fry. James Contreras takes another charge. That's his 3rd charge of the game. Austin DeLucia and Darren Kenner is going to check back into the game for Averett. But Corey, James Contreras, tough player. A.J. Fry is 6'6", 290, and he stood in there and took the charge. A tough player, man, tough player.
That's a testimony to his game. He's just tough player, man, tough player.
Not a lot of people are willing to stand in and do something like that, but he is, and he's willing to get the ball back for his team. And C.J. McAllister has it for Averett. Over to James Contreras. He's going to drive in. He finds Charles Bryant. A great pass there from Contreras to get the bucket to Charles Bryant.
And he's having a night here.
He is. James Contreras is having a fantastic night as he pokes the ball out there. Mariba Diaby and Jalen Burnett checking in for Averett.
Just great basketball here by James Contreras.
As I don't want to call it too early, Corey, but it looks like Coach Dueno is checking in Diaby and Burnett on defense and DeLucia and Kettner on offense. And Diaby's there for the rebound. And he is fouled. Jump ball, possession goes to Averett. And just as I mentioned, Kettner and DeLucia is going to check in. And Big Diaby there they were trying to rip the ball from him, but Big Diaby was not letting go of that ball at all.
Yeah, we see a little scrappy down there.
1 minute, a hair over 1 minute left in this game. As Charles Bryant inbounds the ball back to Bryant as he's going to handle it for Averett here. He gives it off to McAllister. McAllister driving in. He finds DeLucia for the wide open 3-point attempt. Bounces around and no good. The ball bounced high, bounced east, bounced west, but no good.
And it just looked like it was going to get that last lucky bounce and go in.
Had the crowd on their toes. But in the end, no good, as we're going to have, looks like Adrian Moore at the line. He's going to shoot a 1-and-1. And Diaby's going to check into the game for Kettner. 46 seconds left in this game. It is a 4-point ball game. Moore makes the first shot, so he'll get a second. That cuts the lead down to 3. He's going to look to make this just a 2-point game. Rebounded by Charles Bryant. His second shot was no good. James Contreras pushing the ball down the court for Averett. James Contreras calls a timeout. 39 seconds left in this ball game. We're going to take it with him. We'll be right back here at the Grant Center. And welcome back to the Grant Center. 39 seconds left on the play clock. 23 seconds left on the shot clock. It is a 3-point game. Your Averett Cougars out in front. And Corey, it has been a fantastic game, a nail biter, and I personally am on the edge of my seat.
Yeah, and it's a very close game, and you always hope that when it's like that, just a fumble there by James.
And that could be crucial as the inbound pass was mishandled rather. As we're on defense now, and Diaby and Burnett will check into the game for Averett. 35 seconds left in this ball game. 3-point game. Adrian Moore with the ball for the Bishops. Braswell outside for the Bishops. Moore defended by Bryant. Takes a deep 3. No good. Ball is, no one has possession. No good. And 5 seconds as Averett has the ball. James Contreras is fouled. The ball possession went back and forth and back and forth. Ultimately, the Bishops had an open 3-point attempt. No good on the shot. 3.9 seconds left in the game. It is Averett's ball. James Contreras will shoot 2 free throws.
And this is just a close contest here. And you just see the resiliency by the Cougars. They came out, they knew what they wanted to do, and they executed on every cylinder 3-point line, definitely from the 3-point line. They had the hot hand here on the 3-point line, and they took it, and they took advantage, and they made sure that they can keep scoring from the 3. So great job by them.
And James Contreras will look to push this lead to 5 points with this free throw attempt. Second shot, no good. Rebounded there by Charles Bryant. Ball will go to the Bishops. 2.6 seconds left in the game. Darren Kettner entered the game for Averett. As it looks like the Bishops will have to look to try to get a 4-point play. No good. Your Cougars win it 76-72 in a nail-biter game. Corey, we're going to take a break, get those final game stats, and we will be back here for the post-game show.
AverettCougars.com. Hope to see you again January 28th when the Cougars face Piedmont College.
And we're back here, ladies and gentlemen, after a great matchup here from the North Carolina Wesleyan battling Bishops and your Averett University Cougars. A great game. And I'm here with your Big Sky post-game analysis. Stressed out over planning a wedding or hosting a special event? Need rental equipment for that construction or landscaping project you've wanted to start? Then go see the folks down at Big Sky Rents and Events who remind you that their inventory really is as big as the Montana sky.
And Corey, like you said, a fantastic game, but I'm here for the American National Bank Big Money Player of the Game. And Corey, personally, I'm going to go Charles Bryant. 22 points, 17 rebounds. That's yet another double-double. A huge rebound tonight for him as that moves him closer to that #1 all-time spot. And Corey, who do you have?
I got to go with James Contreras. I got to. He had 23 points, 10 rebounds, and 8 assists. He almost had a triple-double. He was playing that Russell Westbrook type basketball. That fire in his eyes, that drive to the rack and get their buckets. They could not stop James Contreras tonight. So great job to him.
And I'm also here with the Averett Booksellers Bookstore final stats. I'll read off Averett, Corey, and first we're gonna have James Contreras, like you said, 23 points, 10 rebounds, 8 assists, 1 steal. And the stats don't show it, but he also he took 3 charges. So James played a really great game tonight. We also had T.J. McAllister, 6 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. Jalen Burnett, 4 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist, 1 steal. Charles Bryant, 22 points, 17 rebounds, 2 assists, and 1 steal. Mariba Diaby, 1 point, a big 8 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 blocks as well. Ian Best came in, 2 rebounds, 1 assist. Darren Kettner, 11 points, 2 rebounds, and he hit some big-time three-pointers late in the game. Jamal Ford hit a three-pointer early on in the game to give him 3 points. Vince Contreras came in, 3 rebounds. Austin DeLucia, 6 points. He had 2 big three-pointers as well, Corey. And then David Metter came in and gave really good minutes as well when he was in. So you want NC Wesleyan?
Yeah, I'll take off. Adrian Moore, the star player for the Bishops. He had 17 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals. Had a great game. AJ Fry also as well had a great game, matching Adrian Moore with 17 points. He had 2 rebounds, he had 2 assists, 2 blocks, 0 steals. And we have Chris Braswell, who was he shot 2 for 7 from 3-pointer and 2 for 2 at the free throw line, going 100% there. He had 12 points, 3 rebounds, and 4 assists. So great basketball and great ball movement there by the Bishops.
And it certainly was. And for the Coca-Cola look ahead, excuse me, guys, can't talk here. We have Piedmont coming up, a team we haven't gone against yet. But Piedmont, I think if Averett could play the way they did today, hit late, big threes late in the game, rebound good, we'll have a chance of winning another great game, another great home game to look forward to. And Corey, that wraps it up for today. We want to, personally, I want to thank everybody that could be watching NFL playoffs right now, Falcons, Packers playing, but you're here with us instead. You're here with us watching the Averett men's play, and we can't thank you enough. So for Corey Burnley, I'm Eddie Glenn, and we want to wish you a good rest of the day.
All right. Everyone have a good day.